Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. And as you can see, we're going to jump right into this planner setup. So this week, what I'm working on right now is just redating the upcoming week. We are in what I call kind of my wellness section. My wellness section houses kind of a snapshot of things. So I will use it to note down just a little summary of the day. Sometimes I'll put gratitude in here, habit tracking, things like that. But it's supposed to work as sort of a snapshot of my overall wellness and health so that I can kind of gauge where I'm at and things like that. The overall setup of this, though, the complete frankenplanner, I think is in titled My Summer Frankenplanner Reset or something like that. I will try to link it for you below in the description box if you want to catch that. But I'm just redating it and then I'm going to get it set up for the week. And then I'm also going to create a Kanban board in here. And I'm also going to get the next week set up in my catch-all section of this planner. Okay, next I'm just gonna put some thin washi over the titles because I don't use it. This is the faith layout and I don't use it that way. I feel really awkward. I don't know why just putting washing down is so difficult for me today. Probably because I have kind of a lot of things I want to do at one time and I'm trying to convince myself to do one thing at a time, but also I want to do no things at a time. Does that make sense? I'm like, nah, it is a weekend at the time of filming and I just kind of want to sit and relax with my kiddos, but I want to also get this done too so that I know that I'm setting my week up. Since this upcoming week is set to be a busier one and probably going to be slightly exhausting, but like good exhausting, you know, like good stuff, but just tiring all around. So I'm like, well, let's rest now because we won't later, but you know, it never works out that way. Like, it's not like I'm going to have it in reserves. So I might as well set myself up to get the week going well. And then when we're done, we can rest. Okay, so I got the cover page or the titles covered up. I think I'm going to, I just have this 3-ring binder and it's got some, let me zoom you out so you can see a little bit more of the mess, but also the stickers. It's just got some free printables and printables that I've paid for in here. So these are like habit trackers for the month I have in there. I have some that I paid for from Print, Pray, Slay, that kind of stuff in here. And I think maybe we'll use some of these, see if we can use some of these for this week coming up. So I think I'm going to switch up the way that I'm using this week. Here I was using it originally for gratitude, then I was using it kind of for my Fly Lady check-in, things like that. But I have a couple of things that I'm going to start checking in with, and so that's what I'm going to use this portion for here. Let's take one of these stickers out maybe. When you're in a hurry and like it takes you twice as long to do things because you're trying to rush through it. That's kind of the mode I'm in. And this sticker kit here is from Print, Pray, Slay, but I printed it at, I think, 50%. Instead of the full size, and I put 2 pages on one sheet so I can get this kind of mini size stickers. Okay, so I just filled in the 3 different areas I'm checking in on. It can feel probably like a lot if you don't have this check-ins, but for me, it's making sense right now. So I have the Fly Lady app that I'm trying to still check in with and keep going on that. I have this Goals is a different program that I'm doing with a friend, and then this one, Fitness, is a new to me fitness journey that we're taking. So I want to make sure that I'm checking in with those individual things and checking in. So this area here I was using as a recap for my day, just making some notes down, and I think I'm going to continue doing that. But down here, I think I'm going to mark down, we have a sticker that says listen, and then this one says, yeah, he said it. So I think I'm going to use that area for little maybe whispers that I feel like I'm hearing, messages that I'm hearing from God, nudges, things like that, so that I can have it down. Sometimes having it down on paper, I can start to see the theme a little bit better, and so I just want to have that in one spot. So I might use that last section. So I'm going to plan on using that last section for that. Instead of the original one I thought I was going to use. And then if this works out well for me for this week, I'll go ahead and use some of the other ones for next week. And the great thing about this being a printable that I've already paid for it is that I can print it out again and use it as many times as I need to or want to. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this section as is. I think this will work. Every week I kind of tweak it a little bit more, but that's the fun of being able to do this, is that we can do that. We can keep tweaking it until it works well for us, until we find a rhythm. Put this back, and then I want to work on the upcoming week. Let's see, I need to redate and put this in as well, but also before I even get there, I wanted to create at the beginning of the month here a kind of monthly brain dump, but in one of those is it pronounced KanBan, maybe board type situation? I'm probably like messing that up, but I have this note paper here from Happy Planner. I got it so long ago. It says today is for, and then it's got checklists, tacos, naps, smiles, donuts, friends, adventures. But I'm actually going to use the back side of these to have the blank pages. And I can always recreate it if I need to. Oh no, did I do this? I did this backwards. Oh no, I didn't. We're good. Okay. So this is how I want it to be. And then I can always use, if I want to, I can use these sides. But I think I'm going to reuse this. I wanted a full page, 2-page spread instead of just one. What I'm going to do here is kind of just fold it in half maybe to get that measurement. Let's see, how many do I want? I want one that says to do, in progress, obstacle completed. Nope, that's right. So this is not gonna be perfect, but that's okay because it's just kind of an idea I'm going with for now, and if I'm gonna come back in and spruce it up a little, I always have that option, but I just want to get it done so that I can start seeing if it's going to work for me. So here will be to do, in progress. Here maybe I'll just mark it roadblock. This is if something is, I'm waiting on someone else for me to complete this, or I've hit a snag where I'm waiting for, you know, someone to call me back, or I don't quite have the funds yet, or for whatever reason there's a small roadblock and I can't complete the thing, then the item, then it can stay here until we've completed the roadblock. And then here will be complete when the thing is completed, whatever it may be. So I have these small post-its, post-it tabs. These are the ones that are not, they're not clear, so they're opaque and they're full, you know, you can write on them. They're just paper ones, post-it notes. So here is gonna where I'm gonna put some of my brain dumps. Now, eventually what I like to do is get color coded with these, but for now I'm not gonna do that because I just need to get some of these things on paper. So for instance, right now, I would, as brain dump things would come to me, I would mark it down on the post-it tabs. And really laminating this would make it easier for the tabs to pick up and stick down. But like I said, I'm gonna try it for a week or so, and if it's working well for me, then I'll go ahead and laminate it, and that way the sticky notes tend to come up and off and re-stick on the plastic a little bit more. So things that I had in my brain dump were finishing pantry organization. I need to have a high school meeting with my oldest. We had a sort of small one, but we need to have like sit down with preparing transcripts and that whole thing. I can't believe we're already here. And then I need to do like curriculum choices for my other two kiddos. The high school meeting will cover that. Whoops, those curriculum choices. So things like that. I would fill it out here and then have it, and then like, so the pantry organization, that is actually in progress, and I can put that down there. And then as more things come up, I can add it to the list and continue on with them. So say I am working on the pantry organization, and like I said, it's in progress. We're gonna stick it here. If I'm waiting on, if I ordered new organization bins or something like that and waiting for them to arrive, I would put it here in the roadblock because that's the last thing that I needed or whatnot. And then when it's completed, I would move it over to complete. Or if I'm not purchasing, there's nothing next and I just finish it, I would skip on over and put it in complete and it would be done. Or I could just toss it and it would be done. But I think I'm gonna try this little system out here so that, and see how it works out for me. Like I said, I think eventually I'll probably laminate this, but for now, this is good. I'm going to stick a few of these here in the front as well, in case I'm not at my desk with these Post-its, so that I have them there if I want to add to that. So now let's go into set, or somewhat quickly, and get that set up. So I have this printable. I used it, pieces of it, but I haven't used it up. So I think maybe we'll use some more of these because it's a fun summer vibe. I will link what I can down below for these printables that we're using. I try to, when I use free ones, make sure for sure to leave them down below. And if they're not free, at least leave the link where you can purchase it if you want to. Especially for printables. For things like the Happy Planner books that I'm using, usually they're older, so I don't get a chance to link that. When it gets too thin like this, to kind of have me hold it down, I have that washi tape there to help me so it doesn't move when I'm cutting. Just want to see if these are maybe big enough to use as top washi. Doesn't have to cover the whole space, but yeah, that should work. They're not the straightest, but that's my cutting skills, not the stickers. The sticker is so tiny. I don't know why. I'm like, yep, gotta have it in there. But I'm gonna try. So let's see. I may have overloaded myself just a bit, but I've already made the commitments, so we can't like really back out of things. So I'm trying to just remind myself that it's probably not as bad as my brain wants to make it out to be, first of all. I don't want to cover up the weekend. These are not repositionable stickers though, so I have to be very careful when I'm pulling them up. There we go. Yay! Okay, so I'm trying to remind myself, first of all, it's probably not as bad as my mind wants to make it out to be. Does that make sense? Because a lot of times I'm building stuff up in my head and I'm like, it's not, we don't need to worry about all of that. I don't have control over most of it, so what's the point? What's the sense in worrying about it, right? But easier said than done a lot of times. I like these because they're light enough that they show the decor, but they're light enough that if I wanted to, I could write over it with a darker marker or darker pen, and still, like if I have more things that I remember we needed to get done and I wanted to write down in here, I would still have space to do that, or I could put a sticker over it. In fact, on this one, we may put a sticker over it, but for now, let's just get down some of these half boxes. I know for sure we have things happening on certain days. So here's what I have left over. I have 3 kind of full boxes here. I have 1, 2 more here. These are all say to do today, some little small decor. These are today and to-dos again. Washi strip. Oh, and more full boxes. Here I usually put our menu plan down, so let me see how I want to do that for this upcoming week. I did print out some meal plan stickers last week, but you know, I didn't clean up my desk, and of course, I don't know where they are. So, oh wait, are these them? Here we go. So, let's see. That one would work. I think even maybe the blue. There. That might work. So let's get these down. Okay, I think I'm going to pause here, or stop here, and this will be what the weekly turns out to be. Well, before the pen anyways. I still have more stickers. One day I'm going to get these stickers organized. For now, I'm just shoving them off screen. And then I will go in and put in our appointments later, but this is our before the pen, and we're going to finish up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and getting this done. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day, spending it here with me. And as always, if you don't know, or maybe you just need to be reminded, maybe the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so, so appreciated. I really appreciate you taking your time out and spending it here with me.